Welcome to Honeywell's webinar. Thank you for taking your time to join today's webinar. Okay, so we are going to discuss about an exciting new product launch. This is a video solution that can cover every business requirement for enterprise market. We call the product MaxPro Enterprise Solution, all right? So today webinar will be hosted by me. I'm Denny. I'm the sales director for HPT ASEAN Security Business, and I am based in Jakarta. And we are lucky today to have Joseph in this webinar. He is the MaxPro product champion in ASEAN region, and I believe that we will hear a lot of great things about MaxPro from Joseph. So hi, Joseph. Would you like to say something to the audience?
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Joseph. I'm providing technical support to ASEAN customers in related to security products, and I'm based in Singapore. So Danny, I believe some audience might be having the remark about choosing the correct options of MVR for their businesses need. Will you briefly explain what kind of options we are providing and how could we address the facility manager concerns?
Sure, Joseph. So move to next slide. Okay, so let me get started from the vertical market that MaxPro solution can cover. So MaxPro is a video solution with channel capacities ranging from small size system to large size system. Okay, so the product is the right fit for a commercial facility such as offices, hotel, campus, and even outlet for retailers. All right, the user mainly in this segment have a concern about the ease of use, and also they expect this solution can become the extra hand for them to make sure the solution able to identify threat and alarm the user quickly before things goes out of hand. And other than commercial segment, MaxPro also a solution for enterprise facility. Okay, so customers such as banking, insurance, casinos, or even factories that produce high value materials. For example, like a credit card printing factories or money printing factories. So the customer in this segment have more concern about more than the basic needs that I have explained for the commercial segment. Okay, so the concerns such as scalability, availability, and cybersecurity is few concern that the user in this segment mentioned to us. Okay, and the other segment that MaxPro is suitable is critical infrastructures. Okay, so facility, for example, like oil and gas plant or petrochemicals, pulp and paper, and power plant, and even key government facilities. All right, so these are considered as critical infrastructures facility. All right, and the concern in this segment, such as a more stringent cybersecurity application, compliance with key industry regulation, and the ability to integrate the product with existing system that already in place in the facility, such as integrating with the existing IT infrastructures or with existing HR system, or even with the process system that already in place. All right. Of course, all this needs a well-documented knowledge about the product that eventually will guide the user to make the integration happen. Okay. So now, in summary, let me show you the key concern that the managers have in their mind. Okay. So move to the next slide. All right. So solution that address the facility manager concerns. The first is about efficiency. All right. Nowadays, with business growing rapidly, the user need to make sure that the initial investment plan is flexible and able to follow the dynamic business growth. In this case, users are looking for a scalable system and flexible to be expanded. Okay, and with the complex operation that these managers face every day, they expect the system can provide a high situational awareness for them. Expectations such as the ability to generate reliable alarm detection and the easiness in operation, it's required. So no matter how complex and big the facility they manage, all information and alert is well captured and the system able to provide instruction for them to mitigate the alarms whenever and wherever they are located. Okay. Another concern is about costs. Okay, so cost is not always uh, about the initial investment that customer have to spend. Okay, so managers in here, when they are thinking about costs, they expect that the system is able to perform 24 by 7 and 365 days in a year with minimum downtime. Right? To make sure the operation happen without disruption. This will eventually save the cost of having many workforce in the field and less incident to mitigate. Okay. Another aspect of cost concern is also about making sure that the solution able to reduce compliance costs and and facility management costs. And that is why a well updated and backward compatible kind of system is the solution that the user is looking for. Okay, and the last and not the least is about safety. Okay, so some industry or vertical market need to meet a regulatory requirement that is existed vertically in the industry or in the region where they are operated. Meeting financial and environment regulatory or some government regulation is some of the vital requirement that the manager have in their mind. They need to make sure the system have a firm credential policy and communication from one side of the system with another part of the system is fully secure and fully encrypted. Okay, so this is about the concern, and I believe the audience is waiting for Max Pro introduction, and for this, Joseph, I believe will be the right person to explain about the product. So over to you, Joseph.
Okay, thank you, Danny. Okay, this slide is showing the architectures of Max Pro VMS integrated security. It shows the complete solutions of integrations. Okay, we can do integration from notifiers and Vista intrusion panels to ProWatch, and eventually ProWatch integrated with Max Pro VMS. Okay, we have also newly added the NAS storage to this architecture as well, and that means recording retention periods will be extended. Okay, for an existing site that's still having analog cameras, HRHQ encoders could be used, and eventually it will be added into the Max Pro NVR for recording and viewings. Okay, earlier, my colleague Danny have mentioned in terms of efficiency. You should have the ability to manage the system on the go. And so we have Max Pro NVR mobile apps and web clients, which give you another options of viewing the live and playbacks of the cameras. As to manage multiple Max Pro NVR, Max Pro VMS or Max Pro Viewer will be introduced to help you manage the Max Pro NVR. Okay, when Max Pro VMS is involved, you could have the luxuries of having redundant Max Pro NVR or M+M failover solutions. So, Danny, how do you think about these solutions?
Wow, this is good, Joseph. This is a big jump compared to what we have before. So I'm eager to see what we have next in Max Pro.
Okay, now let us look at the improvements and some newly added features to Max Pro VMS and NVRs. Okay, so dark themes. Dark theme is getting very popular nowadays, even in handphone and apps to protect your eyes. Max Pro VMS client GUI are now available in dark themes as well.
So how does this dark theme helps in VMS client, Joseph?
Yes, Danny. It actually helped to reduce the eye strains in continuous operations, especially for operators who are working night shift. Okay, other improvement on the GUI like the drop-down list for easy and accurate servo grid selections, excellent touch target icon for quick recognitions command, and alarm flashing configurables for user preference. Okay, next we have the map. Okay, for those who have been using Max Pro for a long time, I thought you all still can remember the initial map that Max Pro has is called Max Pro Graphical Platform, NGP. Okay, we have now brought it back live and better in Max Pro VMS R600 and was named as Video Security Console. Okay, improvement consists of using web-based Mac clients with zero installation efforts and it is run on any PC with Google Chrome browser. It's now using web-based Mac clients. It integrates user management with Max Pro VMS, and that means it will get the camera list from the VMS to the web clients easily. Okay, you map navigations with site, building, floor plan, hierarchy with key quick links on any PC. Okay, easy configuration with camera drag and drops and directional setup on the floor plan. Okay, for situation awareness, HTML5 video streaming without the need of plugin. You can undock pop-up view to drag freely on the browser windows to avoid overlappings or coverings other icons and views. You could also do a full screen view of cameras. And in terms of quick response, 3-level alarm status icon blinking, which is differentiated by colors when alarm happens in VMS. Okay, instant playback with easy forwards or reverse, enhanced with camera selections. Okay, as for the ability to manage system on the goes, you can use the mobile app to secure login with HTTPS and Touch ID to monitor and manage alarm on your phones or tablets.
Wow, Joseph, this is new. Having maps running on browser without plugins or ActiveX and able to pop up alarm video on map is really new for this Max Pro. So what else, Joseph?
Right, next is the fast drag and drops live view improvements. Okay, improve the time to screen for the live view after dragging any cameras from the camera's device list and dropping it in the video panes on Max Pro VMS or MVR clients. And that's means when you receive an alarm, you can get hold of the situation quickly by viewing live video of reference cameras immediately, which compare with other products in the market that need 2 to 5 seconds to show the first frame of connected cameras in live views. And in terms of situation awareness, we have the smart video motion detection and smart motion search. For smart video motion detection, if you are using analog cameras, it could still be configured as this is a server-based video motion detections. Trigger alarm is based on object motion in regions of interest. You could even do customized object size threshold and customize the include and exclude area. Okay, comparing smart video motions with the traditional video motion detections. Traditional video motion detection is usually using the pixel base, which compare image pixels. Okay, it detects changes with single threshold and it does not adapt to changing environments. As for smart video motion detections, it adapts to changing environments, ignores small objects like birds, weathers, trees, and camera's noise. It statically modeling maintain high detection sensitivity. Importance of all, it processes at a lower frame rate, which means low CPU requirement. As for smart motion search, these features overcome the traditional way of searching for an object in recorded videos, as it allows motion search on recorded video, even without motion recording enabled. Okay, searching is based on specific time range and specific area, and you can view recording before, during, and after the assistance of motions. Aside from video motion detections, we do have the edge video analytics as well. Okay, as from the screenshots, you can see that rectangular bounding box color changes from white to red when alarm triggers. Okay, these features help the security operators to quickly trace the directions of the moving objects and enable preventive actions before threat become real. As you can see, there are 3 types of analytics. Okay, first, we have the chipset analytics. It provides you with simple interface but limited control, and therefore higher false alarm rate is likely. Next, we have the unloadable analytics, which will provide some control over interface with limited detections performance and mainly for indoor usage. It has fewer false alarm compared to chipset analytics, and it comes with intrusions, loiterings, and trigger lines analytics. Okay, lastly, for license analytics, it uses extraly intrusion trace and loiter trace that was designed by analytics specialists for real-world application which have high detections reliability, low false alarm rate, and could be used for both indoor and outdoor usage. Okay, Danny, maybe you can help to inform the analytics selection that we have.
Okay, yes, Joseph. So we do have several offerings for video analytics. We have analytic that is built in the cameras, and we also have analytic that is freely uploadable to specific camera models. And we also have license analytic from Extralis. Okay, and as you can see in the screen, the video analytics selection that Honeywell have will eventually help the customer to cost down the overall operational costs and equipment investment as well. Because with video analytic, we can eliminate the hardware costs that in the past we need to spend to address the issue, such as detecting a person along the fence line, or maybe counting people in that is in or out into an area, or identifying abandoned object in a public area, or maybe checking the camera from tampering because the view is now changed to another direction, and many others. Okay, so Joseph, I also know that there is analytic that can help to analyze vehicle in a facility. So can you help to explain about this analytic for a vehicle?
Yes, Danny. Okay, next we have the license plate recognition features. In MaxPro VMS R600, we have a new GUI for vehicle management systems. Okay, let us look at some of the LPR features. Okay, the features include the live event view with license plate snapshots for quick manual verifications, blacklisted license plate associated with alarms windows for quick response, LPR live view and event playbacks, rich detail pane for each event. Okay, you could use the search and filter of LPR event detail for easy investigations and easy report generations to simplify on-site vehicle management.
Wow. Okay. So how this license plate recognition works, Joseph?
Okay, so first, the cameras will detect and capture the car plates, and it will send over to MaxPro NVR for events and records. It will then send the information over to MaxPro VMS event server to compare and characterize it. Okay, over at the MaxPro VMS client, the operator will then be needed to respond and report accordingly. And LPR event can now be associated with ProWatch access control via macro. Okay, and to ensure business continuity and regulatory compliance with mandatory recording retention periods, improvement have been made to the recording functions as well. In MaxPro NVR version 5 onwards, we have the new recording file system which no longer store metadata centrally. Only simple index file kept in recording drive for faster search, and lastly, you could access the recording directly from the recording drive. There are two improvements I will talk about. Okay, firstly, the NVR now backfill recording from camera edge storage after temporary disconnections to keep critical video and ensure business continuity. And secondly, we have the M+M redundant solutions ensures recovery within 60 seconds. Okay, remember, to fulfill M+M solutions, you will need to have the MaxPro VMS in place. From MaxPro VMS R600 onwards, we have reduced the default recorders from VMS installations. Okay, it mainly left with the MaxPro NVR, performance series of embedded NVR, App Pro NVR, and lastly, the VMS in VMS.
Joseph, what is that VMS in VMS?
All right, VMS in VMS is actually a parent and child kind of architectures. Okay, for example, if you have a multi-site having a MaxPro VMS, you will have a parent MaxPro VMS to manage the MaxPro VMS that is located across different sites. And at this time, the child MaxPro VMS will be added as a recorder. Okay, which MaxPro VMS server can hold up to 10,000 cameras, and parent VMS can hold up to 30,000 cameras. And because of the cybersecurity concerns, we have stopped supporting oscillate and third-party recorders. If any of your site is using recorders like Fusions and Rapid Eyes, advice was to change the recorder to Max Pro MVR. So Danny, can you help to introduce the type of Max Pro MVR that we have?
Okay, Joseph. So we have three models for the NVR. The NVR is already using the latest Windows, which is Windows 10 version IoT Enterprise. Okay, for embedded system. All right. So this window is made by Microsoft for embedded system, running on SSD hard drive. All right, and support Honeywell cameras and also third party. It also support recording cameras at real-time speed at full HD resolution. Okay, the client support 64 live streaming, 64 channel live streaming, and 32 playback video streaming, either on web or either from the software client, and support up to maximum 4 NIC port, network port. All right, this is depending on models. The small size NVR, we call it the Express Edition. Okay, it support 8 and 16 channel with storage starting from 4 terabyte up to 12 terabyte. The medium size NVR, we call it Standard Edition. It support minimum 32 channel, 48 and 64 channel. If you see the internal drive, it supports 6 hard disk bay. The outlook of this hard disk bay is a tray, so you can fill the hard disk by yourself, and it supports storage starting from 4 up to 60 terabyte. Okay, and the last one is the medium to large size NVR. We call this Professional Edition, PE. Okay, the capacity starting from 32 channel up to 128 channel. The storage support up to 12 hard disk bay, right? And it's supporting up to 12 terabyte hard disk. Okay, so per bay you can put in 12 terabyte hard disk, and it support RAID configuration, and it comes with 5 years warranty. We will soon launch the 256 channel model in any time soon. Okay, so the NVR recording, the frame rate is depending on the total input and output bandwidth throughput, right? So meaning if you want to maximize the recording frame rate and also the resolution, okay, we have to make sure that we minimize the live remote view and also the playback streaming. Okay, since recording, streaming, and also live feed, NVR streaming will consume the NVR bandwidth. So this is just an input for the audience about how to manage and how to make the NVR performs better. Okay.
Danny, what if I do not want the hardware versions and I just want to purchase the software?
Well, we also provide the software license in case customer want to custom design the hardware themselves that fit with the requirement, or maybe because there is this IT department's compliance that the user needs to follow. Okay, and in case customer would like to expand MaxPro storage, we do have our own compatible storage for the appliance that we have, which is the This apply. What I mean with appliance is this XE, SE, and PE version. Okay, and for that, Joseph, can you help to explain it? So over to you, Joseph.
All right, Danny. Okay, introducing the Max Pro NAS storage. Here we have the 5 and 8 bay models for desktop applications and 12, 16, and 24 bay models for rack mount applications. It leverages the expertise and technology of the IT and storage industry, including the Gibbs, iSCSI, RAID, and SATA hard drive technology. Here with this NAS storage, you can do video recording and archiving application with Max Pro MVR. What's more, it supports RAID 5 and 6, and it also comes with simplified remote management with comprehensive embedded web-based management for your configurations. Danny, other than Max Pro and storage, what about Honeywell cameras model that is compatible with Max Pro?
Yes, Joseph. So we do have cameras that is compatible with Max Pro. So what compatible camera deliver, especially from Honeywell? Okay, first, if you use Honeywell compatible cameras, we guarantee the camera is cyber secure. The communication with Max Pro is fully encrypted, and the camera can only be accessed through secure communication protocols such as HTTPS. Okay, and for this, if you see the screen, we got a certificate from UL that certified the cybersecurity of our cameras. Okay, and we have several cameras model, either for indoor or outdoors. The Outlook, you have the dome for normally is for indoors, and you also have the bullet models that is normally installed for outdoors. And we also have speed dome cameras that able to do pan tilt zoom. We also have panoramic cameras that gives you 360-degree view, and we have these multi-imagers cameras that support 180-degree view at a higher resolution. Okay, and we have explosion-proof camera as well for hazardous area application. And recently, we add up our camera offering with thermal cameras that able to identify human body temperatures. Okay, this addition will help our customer to prepare them facing this new normal condition that require building to be healthy. Okay, so for the workers to safely works in the facility. Okay, and also with Max Pro compatibility with this multi-imager cameras and also able to connect with encoders, this gives us the savings. So what I'm trying to say, this multi-imagers cameras is actually cameras that combine 4 camera sensors in one cameras. Okay, so this 4 camera lens, later Max Pro will treat it as one single channel license. Okay, same as well for encoders. So if you want to combine several cameras that is connected to these encoders into one channels, Max Pro can do that. All right. Okay, so next is about meeting the compliance. Okay, so as I mentioned before, the managers have concerns about meeting compliance. In here, I can explain that there are 3 compliance matters that our product address. All right. So first is about the compliance comes from 2 regions. Okay, which is Europe and US. The Europe region focus more on data privacy that needs to pixelize or blur a person's face and prevent the recording being transferred without 2-person approval. Okay, and for another compliance based on region is the US regions that have this NDAA regulation. Okay, so this is about banning the use of China-made cameras in UL and in all US government facility, with reason that the camera use communication chipset that is suspected to have a communication vectors. Okay, so second is about the compliance with cybersecurity requirement. Okay, that enforce the application of complex password, and change password policy when user first login into the device. Okay, a system and also a system locking mechanism when there is a few repeated attempt to access the device. Okay, and also the requirement to use a secure communication protocol and restriction on the data, especially in this in the folders and the registry. Okay. The last one is about compliance happen for specific country or verticals requirement. Okay, this is just an example. Okay, so CIRA compliance is actually compliance comes from Middle East. Okay, so the reason why we are able to make MaxPro compatible with CIRA compliance because we have the SDK. Okay, the SDK to make our ProWatch compatible with video guard system. So CIRA is about requirement for all CCTV surveillance system that is installed in a government facility able to be connected with video guard system. So the government is using video guard system, and they expect all the system that is installed in their government facility need to be connected into this video guard system. So they can connect to it and monitor the facility centrally, right? Okay. Now, the last and not the least is about SSA, all right? Okay. So Honeywell offers software support agreement for our access control and video surveillance product to help protect your investment and those of your customers. Okay, this agreement ensure your customer have the latest Honeywell software release to minimize your support costs. Okay, the service offering complement any Honeywell installation and enhance long-term customer satisfaction. By maintaining an SSA, you are eligible for a variety of product enhancing benefits, such as software upgrades, priority integrator technical support, Honeywell online training, unique site identification, and discount on this site support service or site system optimization. Okay, so about this SSA, I would like to encourage the user or the partners to review this and try to offer this to the. If you are the partners, you can try to offer this to your customers. Okay, because if you face with a customer that have a concerns about downtime, you need to make sure that your system is stable and fully updated, right? So with having this SSA, we make sure the system, the MaxPro system that they use, it's fully maintained, and we can make sure there is minimum risk of downtime will happen in the futures. Okay, so we are reaching at the end of this product introduction, and if you need further information about the product that we introduced about MaxPro, we have in ASEAN our sales representative. So for example, like in Thailand, we have Kriangsa. In Malaysia, we have Yao, Sebastian in Singapore, and Robert and Andre in Indonesia, and Dui in Vietnam. And the last, but not the least, we have Noel in Philippines. Okay,